Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Terrence Ray, and I'm back at you with another stock market update. Today, the title of this video is "Volatility is Back," and we had a nice expansion in the VIX today. The VIX had a pop today, and I talked about it in this weekend's weekend update video. So just to recap that, I'm gonna pull up the VIX. I talked about the Harami candlestick pattern. I think I got a short video on it as well, and I also got a video on it on my Instagram. So basically, right here, when I was talking about the pregnant woman, right? When you see this Harami, let's take this. Let's hide the drawings. Right here, we had the Harami. You look for a big move. Now, this was at the bottom. So right here was the low being put in, and then here's the Harami. Here's the gap today. I actually talked about a gap in either direction. If it would have gapped down, we would have looked for a up move in the market, but it gapped up. So this was Monday, and then look at today. Now, if we put, I already got fib levels on here, and you can see we've already hit one level. Actually, on Monday, we hit this level, gapped up over this, hit a level here. Now we got another level uh at 1598. The last one up here, if we get it, will put us up here at 18 and a half. If we get an 18 on the VIX, then we're gonna get some real good sell side action. So with that being said, I already had a put on in the Qs that I put on last week. So let's recap that trade. I pulled that trade off today for a nice little profit. So we'll go over that. I think I took it off for, we can see right here, sold out of it for $6. If we go see on TastyTrade, I can go to order chains, and in the past, you can see right here, I had one trade on it in the past 30 days in the Qs, and you can see right here where it says, so right here, one winner, one change. So I only had one trade that I opened and closed, and you can see right here, I opened it for 460 and closing for $6. That's for $140 profit. And basically, you can see, I'll go back over the setup. I actually posted the chart in the community tab, and I think I posted it on Twitter too. So once I got this little bear flag right here, this little pullback and down move, I threw my levels on. Now I actually think that the Qs will continue to go lower. My thesis was to get out right here. Right. So I took profit when the market opened. I had my sell order in. I actually had it in for like 580, and I got filled for $6. So the system actually gave me the better of the higher, gave me the higher price on the field. So that's a real good feel. And when I say feel, I mean FILL. That's a real good feel on that option. Um, with with this broker. So that's a nice little profit on that short. I was sweating a little bit because it popped up, went down. So I had already said, well, if I lose 50% of the option, like if it would have got like half of it out, then I probably would have closed it out, but it didn't. And we got the gap down. Now I think we may get a little bit of a pullback because we got a gap here. But the next level down is 435. Then you got another level down around 430. And all in all, I think we'll get down to around 428, 427, somewhere right around in this level, this area right here, where this gap is. I think we'll get down around that field. That's right around 426. So we'll see what happens. Now, if I was to bring this out, let's bring this out to a daily chart. Then let's take off the drawings, and then let's take off the indicators. So let's just look at it. Remember, guys, I was talking to you about, you can see that as it's going up, you see it steady rounding off. And at some point, I think this point is now. I think we're gonna get a little down when we're overdue. Market, we need a down move. to add some balance back to what's going on. So if let's see what happens tomorrow. We got a hammer candle right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we seen a little pullback into here tomorrow, which would be Wednesday. And then I think we'll get a flush on Thursday or Friday. But ultimately, because we can see the little um almost what we would call like a little W. If you drew it from like from here, 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 like a harmonic pattern. And I could just see them. And then the gap down here is the beginning of the move down. I think we'll take these lows out right here. And so once we take these lows out, the next, like I said, we come down here and try to fill this gap. And you got to take into account that we're still basically in a squeeze. Like when I look at the squeeze indicator down here, I got red dots. So that means that this area right here is still in range. So this little move, like what we had today, is basically nothing. We're still in range. Like we haven't had any downward action on the oscillator on this one. So I expect it could get messy real quick, being as that the VIX still has levels that it can go higher. So the trade that I put on, once I closed out that trade, I closed out the trade on Toll Brothers. So I had a trade on Toll Brothers. The reason why I closed the Toll Brothers trade out early, I just took the little small profit. One of the reasons why I closed it out is because the options aren't real liquid, and I don't want to be in it. And even though I think this is a perfect setup to get short, even at this point, I think that we'll get a little bit more of a move to the downside here. The options are like super illiquid. I think I was in April 26th. I was in this expiration, and the bid ask spreads were kind of wide in here. So which means it's gonna be hard to really get good feels, even if it's down. So I was like, you know what? I won't lose nothing out of it. I think I did make like $20. I just went ahead and closed it out. I would rather get short in something that's more liquid. So that's why I shorted the Qs, jumped back in the Qs. Instead of buying a put, I sold some premium. With the with volatility going higher. So you can see where I came in. I sold the 451 strike, which is just happens to be the 37 delta right now, and then bought the 456. So it's a $5 wide. I took in 163 in premium, and we're gonna see what happened. Basically, I'll show you my thought is that the high is in right here for this move anyway. I do think the market will probably go down, give us a little bit of a correction, and then it'll get bought back up, and we'll continue to march higher. So this right here would be 450. So I sold a 451. So I'll know when I'm wrong in this trade. If tomorrow this market just start marching back up and we get take out these highs, then I know I'm wrong. I'm gonna close trade out, take my small loss, or roll it out in time. Either or. But uh, so that's where we are with that. And this, when you sell a call spread, you are that's a short trade. Like I'm shorting the market basically. Instead of selling a naked call, I capped it. Basically made it a defined risk trade by buying the wing right here. So selling the call, buying the call, and it's a high probability trade at that. So we'll see what happens if we continue to get that down move um, later in this week. I also wanted to talk about Tesla. Tesla had a major gap down right here. It ended the day down 4.90%. I think it was a little bit lower than that. So, but you can see right here, it was a gap. So it filled this gap. So let's see what happened. Let's see what happens going forward. That doesn't mean that it could be the end right there. It could just be filling that gap, and then maybe it continue to march upward tomorrow. Let's see. I do think these markets will continue to slide just because I think the VIX will continue to go higher. And if the VIX is going to continue to go higher, then that generally means that equities will continue to slide. The bond market had a major down move today. It actually rebounded a little bit, but you can see right here. Here's the /ZB. It's the 30-year Treasury bond. You know, the past 2 days, the bonds have made some nice down moves right here. Let's look at /ZN, which is the 10-year note. You can see right here we got this little down move. Now this, I actually think this could get ugly. Um, I really do think it has the potential to get pretty ugly. Let's look at the TLT. That's what I really like to look at. So you can see the TLT in this range right here. Is this the end of this little down move? I want to hide the indicators and let's draw some trend lines and let's see what we get. 'Cause right here we can see the high end right here. I guess I already had one. Take that one off. Then I already got a trend line. You see right here. So that trend line held. Now we could probably draw something down here. Let's see. We get something like so. So let's see what we get. Let's see if this market continues to come down and breaks out of this range. I would expect so based upon this, if we look at this like let's do it like this. Tighten it up. I'll go through wicks. I just won't go through I try not to go through bodies. So if we do this like this right here, I would say I would expect the bonds to continue to come down until it hits about 90. Right here in this range, right around 90. Let's see once it gets here if it holds. If support will hold. Now we look right here, we got a small gap right here at 90. And then that's right there where the bottom of this trend line where the price should meet this trend line. And if that happens, let's see. We can also do something like let's just draw a Fibonacci retracement from the low to the high. And let's see where that coincides. Uh that's not quite. All right. Now, where's that little zone? So it's already past 38%. This is 61.8. So the sweet spot, we right there in it. So like I said, I would expect to see some support right around in this area. Maybe it may come all the way back to hit the 61.8, which would put it right around $89. So right between 90 and $89 is where I expect to see some support in the TLT. If we get meaning, if we get now look at it in a weekly, that looks sweet. That's a sweet move right there because you can see for consecutive weeks the market just went up. That's obviously an up move. Now this we got our pullback into here. I expect to see a bottom somewhere here in the bonds, possibly. And if we get that and the bonds rebound, that coincide that this down move should coincide with the VIX and it should coincide with equities. Once we see bonds begin to go up, let's see if the equities will continue to go up as well. They've been kind of tracking one another um, since I would say October, since this low was put in on October 23rd. See, October 23rd, the bonds made their up move. Let's go to the SPX. What's this? See, October 23rd. Look at the up move. So let's see if we can continue to get that. You can also see the expected move. We're right there at the edge of the expected move for the week now, which is crazy. So with us already being at the edge of the expected move in the SPX, if the market breaks out of this level, we'll see a big move. I really think we'll see a big move. And let's say tomorrow the market was the Thursday, take this low out. I think we'll see a big move. I'm expecting the market to continue to go down, but it won't, just because of the VIX. I think the VIX is going to continue to go higher. So, hey guys, with that being said, make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe. Um, if you watch the weekend video, I'm gonna put that at the end of this one so you can check it out. you guys will see that I basically told you what was gonna happen this week. And I already had the trade set up for what was gonna happen, made a little money, cashed in, rung the register. Now we got this call spread on in the queues, and we're gonna continue to watch. We may be able to get some little scalping going on, some day trading, because when vol is real high, it that's a great time to scalp, because we should on the intraday, like on the smaller time frames, we should get some big moves, in either direction. So just make sure you're not trading too big to where um you can't hold trades. And if you're going to sleep worried about a trade, that means your position is too high. You got too much risk. Too much of your capital is at risk. You should be able to sleep at night and be comfortable with taking that loss if it comes. With that, guys, I'm gonna be out. Peace.